Hate to break it to you, girl, but if your creator business falls apart the second you stop working on it, you don't have a business. You have a job, and a stressful job at that. If any of this sounds familiar, let me guess, you're the one coming up with ideas, posting, replying to messages, managing tools, onboarding clients, fixing problems. And on top of all of that, you have to remember how everything works all the time. Nothing is written, nothing is automated, everything lives in your brain. And the moment you slow down, even for a second, the whole thing slows down with you. But guess what? It doesn't have to be this way. In this video, I want to show you how to use AI to build systems so your business can actually run without you being involved in every single decision. By the end of this video, I promise you're going to have everything you need to finally stop feeling overwhelmed, disorganized, and stuck inside your own business. But just before that, if you're feeling overwhelmed with your creator business and need help developing systems so your business can work for you and not the other way around, you can go ahead and click the first link in the description box down below. As someone who understands what it means to create consistently while managing a business, I can help you create bespoke systems in your business that can turn chaos into calm and finally help you scale your business efficiently. However, if you got a little elbow grease and don't mind doing it yourself, here's exactly how to build a system so your business runs without you. The first step to building your system is also the most uncomfortable one. You have to get everything out of your head. Okay, you're going to essentially brain dump everything that goes on in your business or businesses, because I know we're on our grind this year. You're going to list every task that occurs daily, weekly, monthly, the big things, the small things. You're going to list content, admin, client work, decision making, everything. Now, will this feel messy? Yes. Overwhelming? Maybe. But that's honestly very normal. Trust me when I say you will feel a lot better and gain a lot more clarity when everything is out of your head, documented, and more concrete. And once it's all out, you're literally going to go, oh my God, I've been carrying so much. No wonder I'm always tired. This step alone can feel very, very relieving because for the first time, your business exists outside your head. And this is the foundation that everything else is built on. Now, step 2 is actually deciding what deserves a system. Once everything is out, the next mistake people make is trying to systematize everything at once. You don't need to do that. Not everything deserves a system. Some things should be eliminated, some things should be delegated, and some things should eventually be automated. Now you're going to go over your list, and you want to start with tasks that happen often, feel draining, and matter to the business. These are the time and energy sucking stuff. A good rule of thumb is to focus on things that are repetitive and predictable. If you've done it more than a few times, it probably deserves a system. Like content, yeah. And once you've identified those, you don't just jump into automation yet, you document first, because before something can be delegated or automated, it has to be 100% clear. Documentation sounds boring, but it's actually one of the most free things you can do, I promise. You don't have to write a 50-page manual of the task or whatever it is you're doing, but it can be as simple as recording yourself doing the task once and explaining what you're thinking about as you do it. Or you can just write a short checklist you follow for next time. The rule is simple. If you ever plan to hand this off to a person or to AI, and you should because you're building a global brand and everything, you document it first. Documentation is the easiest way to turn chaos into clarity. And once documentation exists, you're no longer rebuilding the business every single day. You're running it. Now let's talk about AI, because I know that's everyone's favorite word. When it comes to building systems, the way to think about AI is like this. AI is simply an executor. It's not a strategist. It's incredible at doing things that are repetitive, rule-based, and clearly defined. It's terrible at deciding what matters, why it matters, or when something should change. That part is still your job, which is actually good news because this isn't about replacing you. It's about removing you from the parts of the business that don't require your creativity, your judgment, or your exquisite taste. AI should run the systems, and you should run direction. So where does AI actually shine in a creator business? Things like content workflows, admin, onboarding, organization, file management, follow-ups, turning inputs into outputs, anything that follows a predictable pattern. If you find yourself thinking, I do this the same way every single time, that's a signal. That's a system waiting to be run by AI. So that you can understand how this all works, I'm going to give you an example, okay? let's imagine a simple but common creator workflow, like onboarding a new client or a brand deal, for example. Before system, this usually looks like, well, a lot. You get an email or a DM, you reply manually, you send a contract, you wait, you forget to follow up, you copy and paste onboarding questions, you schedule a call. Every step lives in your head and nothing moves unless you remember to push it forward. Now let's turn this into a system. First, you define the trigger. In this case, the trigger is simple. Someone says yes. Next, you map the steps once. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be clear, right? When someone says yes, they get sent a contract. When the contract is signed, they get an onboarding form. When the form is completed, they get a welcome email and a link to book a call. When the call is booked, everything is already prepared. That's a system. Now, AI can come in, and instead of you manually sending emails or tracking status or copying information between tools, AI handles the execution. It fills in details, sends the right message at the right time, moves the process forward without you needing to think about it. Nothing about this is fancy, but everything about it is extremely relieving. And once one system exists, you realize you can do this literally everywhere. You can do this for content planning, for publishing, reposting, client communication, admin, internal organization. Each system removes another decision, another mental tab, another source of friction. So here's what I want you to do right after you watch this video. You're gonna start by extracting your business from your head, okay? List the things you do repeatedly. Pick one, document it, then decide if AI should run it or not. And if you want to take all the guesswork out of deciding what systems need to be built and also want a bespoke AI system built specifically for your business needs, reach out to me through the first link in the description. I'd love to work with you to finally bring peace in your business and build a business that works for you and not the other way around.